The wealthiest royal family in the world and one of the richest dynasties to ever exist, the Saudis are loaded, with a net worth estimated to be upwards of $1.4 trillion. The Saudi royal family is literally swimming in cash, and they've got the luxuries and extravagant spending to prove it. Here are some of the most expensive private jets owned by Arab royals. King Salman bin Abdulaziz, the Sultan of Oil, King of Saudi Arabia. King Salman bin Abdulaziz has a net worth of over $18 billion and heads a family with a fortune totaling over $1.4 trillion. When you're as rich as King Salman, luxury becomes the default setting for everything you do. Nothing is too extravagant, and the words too expensive don't exist. A prime example of this would be the King's custom Boeing 747 jumbo jet, named the Flying Palace. This $500 million plane comes with amenities that would put any high roller to shame. After all, how many billionaires can claim that they have a gold-covered throne in the center of their jet? Yes, you heard that right, a gold-covered throne. The throne might sound a bit over the top and out of place, but that's only until you realize that the entire jet has a gold-lined interior. And if you think that's too much, just wait till you look at his gold escalator. King Salman bin Abdulaziz, more like King Midas bin Abdulaziz. This golden gold escalator is something the king takes wherever he goes. After all, he can't just use a regular escalator like commoners, right? Funnily enough, regular escalators might actually be better than the king's gold one. In 2017, during his visit to Russia, the first official visit to Russia by a Saudi monarch, I might add, King Salman's golden escalator malfunctioned and stopped working, causing the king to have to walk down himself. Now, you might be thinking that carrying an entire escalator with you sounds a bit too much. After all, where are you going to put it, right? Well, that's nothing to worry about when you're King Salman. The man just does not care if it's practical. If he wants it, he gets it, even if it means having to get 7 additional airplanes, which is exactly what the king did during his 2017 visit to Indonesia. The Saudi king brought over 459 metric tons of luggage with him. That might sound like a lot, but it's actually not very surprising when you realize that the king likes to bring his own furniture with him wherever he goes. The Indonesian visit, for example, saw him bring his own cars with him, including 2 stretched-out bulletproof Mercedes-Benz S600 limos and 2 electric elevators in addition to the gold-gilded one he usually uses. All this had to be carried on an additional 7 airplanes, consisting of 2 Boeing 747-400s, 2 777s, 1 757, and 2 737-800 passenger jets. The additional cargo was then flown in on a Lockheed C-130 Hercules, a plane generally reserved for military transport. This $14 million Lockheed C-130 Hercules was chartered from the Netherlands, where it was previously used to carry tanks and other heavy cargo. Now, what if our esteemed king gets lonely? He's got to take some friends with him on his visits, right? The only question here is how many friends. If you thought a few dozen, or even a few hundred, then sorry to tell you, but you're wrong. The king takes thousands of people with him when he goes on visits. During his 2017 visit to Indonesia, the king brought an entourage of 1,500 officials with him, including a security detail of more than 100 elite guards. The other 1,400 officials included 800 delegates, 25 princes, and 10 ministers. This isn't uncommon for the king, as the same was done during his visit to Russia, where the Saudi government had to completely book out both the Ritz-Carlton and the Four Seasons for the esteemed guest. The Four Seasons even had to shift some of the people that lived there permanently to other hotels, while canceling the reservations of others. According to the vice president of restaurateurs and hoteliers of Russia, booking both hotels cost about $3 million before room service. $3 million might sound like a lot, but that's not even close to how much the king is used to spending on his foreign trips. For example, during a vacation to Morocco, King Salman spent over $100 million, which ended up accounting for 1.5% of the country's tourism revenue that year. The king's Boeing 747 also comes with king-sized beds, a gym, a cinema, and most importantly, a fully functional hospital. With an operational medical team always on standby, the royal family takes absolutely no chances when it comes to the king's security, which is also why the King's 747 comes retrofitted with security measures, enabling it to survive a direct strike from a ground-to-air missile. A direct strike is near impossible, though, since the king is almost always being escorted with fighter jets at the front and back of his plane. In case a missile ever does make it past the fighter jets, it's not going to have an easy time making it to the king's jet, since the plane also has electrical systems on board that are designed designed to disrupt the navigation system of incoming missiles and rockets. Extra fuel tanks have also been added to the plane so it can stay in the air as long as possible. The Saudis aren't messing around when it comes to their king security. There are even rumors that the plane has laser-guided missiles installed. However, details about the offensive capabilities of the Flying Palace are understandably a well-guarded secret, and there is no way to confirm this. It is estimated that the annual upkeep of this plane alone costs over $25 million every year. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal Al Saud. He might be the richest Arab royal. Yes, possibly even richer than the king and the crown prince. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal Al Saud has a net worth of over $20 billion and is the proud owner of not one but two luxury aircraft, in addition to several smaller planes. Named as one of the most influential people in the world, according to Time magazine, and nicknamed the Arabian Warren Buffett, Prince Al-Walid bin Talal Al Saud is the founder, chief executive officer, and 95% owner of the Kingdom Holding Company, a company with an asset base of $14.1 billion, with investments in the financial services, tourism and hospitality, and real estate sectors. He was also an early investor in Apple and Twitter. Being the richest in a dynasty with trillions of dollars in assets is a title that doesn't come easy, and the prince lives up to the name with a lifestyle more luxurious than you could imagine. The Airbus A380, the largest commercial plane in the world. The Airbus A380 is as tall as a 7-story building and comes with a seating capacity of over 800 passengers. With each of its wings being large enough to hold 70 cars, this magnificent aircraft is 72 meters long and 24 meters high, with a wingspan spanning over 80 meters, capable of reaching heights of over 43,028 feet while maintaining a top speed of 1,020 kilometers per hour. The A380 isn't just big, it's fast too. Powered by Rolls-Royce Trent 900 engines, which consist of 4 separate engines, all of which are capable of producing up to 70,000 pounds of thrust each, the A380 can fly over 15,700 kilometers, or 9,700 miles, in one go. In total, the thrust produced by the Rolls-Royce Trent 900 engine is equivalent to the thrust produced by more than 14,000 cars. This engineering marvel isn't just mechanically excellent, it's a treat for the eyes and body too. The plane features several floors, each with its own separate function. The lowest floor features a tarmac, a garage for the prince's Rolls-Royces, a stable for horses and camels, a pen for hawks, and a well-being room. The well-being room is by far the most technologically advanced room on this floor and features large high-definition screens on its walls and floors. These screens are used to show the clouds as the plane flies through the sky. A carpet has also been placed in the center of the room to give the guests the feeling of a 4D luxury magic carpet ride. Scented breezes have also been added to the room to add another layer of immersiveness. These soft and cool breezes are there to make sure the guests enjoy their time as much as possible. If they get tired of magic carpet rides though, a Turkish hammam is present just next door. This Turkish hammam, or Turkish steam room, has been constructed using imported marble, while making sure that it delivers the same level of luxury and decadence as normal marble countertop. Specialized therapeutic massages are also going to be available in this hammam, in case the prince ever needs to relax. Getting to the next floor using the specially designed lift and a futuristic-looking spiral staircase, we can see a red carpet unfurl with downlights to give the impression of turning up at the Oscars. Next, we have the rooms. The Flying Palace has enough room for 20 VIP guests. The guests are seated in rooms that look like something out of a 5-star hotel. These rooms feature king-sized beds and virtual prayer mats that have been engineered to always point towards Mecca. Muslims need to face Mecca when praying, so this is something that shows just how spiritual the prince is despite being so rich. There are also plans to include a gym, a sauna, and even an onboard concert hall featuring a grand piano, state-of-the-art acoustic paneling, and luxury seating for an audience of 10. It is expected that several big-name entertainers will be called to perform. The plane has been designed keeping in mind that a billionaire like the prince needs a place for business too. A specialized boardroom has been included, which comes with a large Perspex table. The table is rumored to be state-of-the-art and includes high-tech holographic projectors and touch controls like something out of a sci-fi movie. This entire room is reserved strictly for the prince's business meetings. Prince Al-Walid bin Talal ordered his Airbus A380 during the 2007 Dubai Air Show, after which a customized version of the plane was created. The plane, along with all of its mind-blowing customizations, ended up costing the prince a pretty penny, with its $500 million price tag, according to reports reports by Bloomberg. Prince Al Walid's order for the plane was such a big moment for Airbus that they bragged about it in a press release a month after he had placed the order. The press release read, "Prince Al Walid's order means that Airbus's sales success in the corporate jet market now extends from its smallest aircraft, the A318 Elite, all the way up to its largest, the A380 Flying Palace." A spokesman for the company also said, "This is the most up-to-date model you can get and the largest civil aircraft ever. It's huge." This $500 million flying behemoth, aptly named the Flying Palace, offers the very best of what money has to offer. When it comes to flying, it's light years ahead of what any other plane can offer in terms of both luxury and comfort, with Design Q, the company responsible for the customizations, saying that the A380 is not only the most luxurious aircraft in existence, but also reflects the cultural values and status of its owner. As luck would have it, however, it sounds like the plane might not end up seeing as much airtime as one would imagine. There are reports that the plane has been put on sale and is now sitting unused in a warehouse. An official reason has not yet been disclosed, but it's obvious why the prince would do it. The Airbus A380 is just too big. Given its huge size, the Airbus A380 can only land at a limited number of places, and when you're looking for a private plane to enjoy yourself, it's just not a very good option. Apart from its impractical size, the prince's Airbus A380 also has issues with a very high upkeep cost. A Turkish Imam isn't cheap to maintain, and once you realize that it costs almost $30,000 an hour to keep the plane flying, you can guess why the prince is eager to get rid of it. Whatever the issues might be, the plane truly is a beauty, and it's tragic to see it didn't get to stretch its wings. Boeing 747. Prince Al Walid bin Talal Al Saud's Boeing 747, or as he likes to call it, his dream jet, is a $500 million work of art. Bought by the prince in 2003, the dream jet features amenities the likes of which can only be rivaled by kings. Like something out of a history movie, the plane's design language screams royalty. The entire interior of the plane is lined with gold, and smack dab in the center of the plane, we see the prince's very own gold throne, much like King Salman's. The gold-on-gold color scheme, plus the fact that there are state flags and marble tops everywhere, reminds anyone lucky enough to get on the plane that they're in the presence of a prince. The Boeing 747 originally came with a seating capacity of over 400 passengers. However, the prince's jet has been modified to accommodate just over 14 people. This plane is reserved for the prince's family and comes with a dining room that seats 14 people, a relaxation area with a spa and sauna, a prayer room, a royal viewing area with a grand piano, marbled water features, and a private stadium for entertainment. The Dream Jet's dining room is huge and comes with its own comfy dark brown couches with plush cushions and high-end cutlery. Unique curved lights light up the entire dining room. The same gold and brown color scheme that we saw previously is used here, and it is only in some sections of the plane that we see a white and somewhat futuristic design being used. These areas have a white and gray color scheme and feature seating arrangements where the prince and his family can enjoy snacks and traditional Arabian kawa. The boarding arrangements on the Dream Jet aren't nearly as luxurious as the ones we saw on the Airbus A380. King-sized beds have been used, but they are somewhat cramped. The prince's private suite is luxurious, but the other guests do have to compromise a bit with simple black beds. Seating for people other than the prince isn't much better either, with the prince getting a gold throne while everyone else gets plain black seats. A standard Boeing 747 costs well over $400 million, and since the prince's over-the-top customizations alone are worth more than $100 million, the price for the Dream Jet skyrockets to an impressive $500 million. Truly an impressive sight. In addition to his Airbus A380 and his Boeing 747, the prince also owns an Airbus A321 and a Hawker Siddeley 125. The Airbus A321 is worth over $120 million, while the Hawker Siddeley comes with a price tag of just $3 million, bringing the combined cost of his entire fleet to over $1.4 billion. Now that's how you live when you're the richest guy in the family. Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud. Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, or the Red Prince as he was famously called, was the 20th son of King Abdulaziz. A vocal critic of the Saudi government and a strong supporter of liberal views in the Arab royal family, Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud lived a life of revolution as he fought for the common man. But old habits, as it seems, are really hard to beat. Despite his liberal stance, Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud was, after all, a prince, and live like a prince he did. Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud was the proud owner of a Boeing 737, the jet which carries carries the Bermuda Civil Registration Code VQBTA, has a large Saudi flag on the tail, and beautiful Arabic nose art that reads Al Mansour, which roughly translates to the Victorious. I told you the prince still had some decadence left. A mix of luxury and royal decadence, the Victorious cost almost $100 million and was the crown jewel of Prince Talal bin Abdulaziz Al Saud's collection. This plane was originally bought as a Boeing business jet, or BBJ, and featured a seating capacity of 210 people, but with customizations that racked up over $20 million in expenses, it was transformed into the luxury powerhouse we see today. As you can probably guess, the number of people the Victorious could seat also went down quite a bit, and now stands at just 25 passengers. According to the official listing, the aircraft was completed by Ozark Aircraft Systems in the USA in 1999 to 2000. The interior layout can accommodate 25 VIP passengers and consists of an entrance, forward staff area, forward lounge, main lounge, and master stateroom. There are 2 forward galleys, 1 forward lavatory, and 1 aft lavatory. Notably different from other royal jets, the Victorious features rich amenities and a design language that can only be defined as elegant. While other royal jets lean towards a more over-the-top design with gold linings and gold thrones, the Victorious has been designed keeping in mind Prince Talal's priorities. With a soft regal blue finish with gold accents and cream-colored furniture, the Victorious is there to provide luxury, but not at the cost of elegance. The plane's interior, including the walls, carpet, and even the ceiling, all feature the same regal blue color. Dripping with decadence, the Victorious is a treat for the eyes and the body. A color combination of light brown, turquoise, Tiffany blue, and gold makes the cabin look like the master suite of a 5-star Parisian hotel. Soft and luxurious cushions, pillows, and couches have been installed to make sure the prince never feels away from home. Gold accents and bold reflective surfaces pay homage to the royal family's signature design choice and remind anyone that steps into the plane that they are in the presence of royalty. Business and pleasure aren't mutually exclusive, and a luxurious yet removable table in the center of the seating area is a symbol of just that. The table can be whipped out anytime the prince needs to conduct business meetings or work on one of the many responsibilities he had been assigned as a prince. Stepping into the bathroom shows that the same design language is carried everywhere, and not one square inch of the plane is devoid of style. Covered with high-quality marble countertops exhibiting the same elegant and soft regal blue, this bathroom is anything but cramped. Gold accents are much more prominent in the lavatory, where a gold sink and gold accents at every corner keep reminding you just how much comfort money can buy. The door also features floor-length mirrors, with another smaller mirror framed in gold available just above the sink. Despite the heavy addition of accessories and amenities in the Victorious, the prince used it for a surprisingly short amount of time. Throughout its 22-year lifespan, the Victorious was only flown for a total of 6,602 hours. On average, most private planes are used even at the very least twice that amount. The Red Prince died in Riyadh on the 22nd of December 2018. Following his death, the Victorious was passed on to the next generation, who decided that the plane should be sold. Following this decision, the Victorious was put on sale in 2021. However, despite its luxurious interior and elegant design language, it struggled to find a buyer. This failure to attract buyers can be attributed to the rather heavy-handed customization that the plane went through. An exact estimate of how much the Victorious would sell for is not available. However, based on similar planes and average selling price, it can be estimated that the plane's selling price is well over $35 million. A new Boeing 737 BBJ costs upward of $75 million. However, used ones like this can sell for around $15 million. Factor in the $20 million customization the plane comes with, and you can see how this masterpiece is quite genuinely a steal at just $35 million. Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani. Boasting a net worth upwards of $1.9 billion and heading a family collectively worth over $274 billion, the Emir of Qatar, Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani, is regarded as the 3rd most influential Muslim in the world. Thanks to his $274 billion empire, the Sheikh lives a life filled with the finer things. The mastermind behind the Qatar FIFA World Cup and the person responsible for draping the infamous bisht on Messi, Sheikh Hamad has got money, and he knows where to spend it. From $500 million mega yachts and luxury jets to $4.5 billion football clubs, Sheikh Hamad has got it all. Most recently, the Sheikh ended up making headlines after he put in a $4.5 billion bid for Manchester United. The Sheikh already owns Paris Saint-Germain FC, or PSG FC, which he bought in 2011 through the state-run shareholding organization Qatar Sports Investment. Investments, QSI. Sheikh Hamad's most controversial purchase, however, is probably his $500 million Boeing 747-8i. The Sheikh bought his plane in 2015 after it had been fully decked out by Boeing's San Antonio Service Center with its VVIP interior and features. The plane, which was originally designed to carry over 400 passengers, has been modified to be ultra-luxurious, according to the Emir's wishes, and now carries just 76 passengers and a crew of 18 people. The plane has been described as the largest and most expensive private jet in the world, and features onboard staterooms, lounges, boardrooms, first-class seating areas, and even a fully functional hospital. The decked-out luxury aircraft also comes fitted with a Panasonic in-flight entertainment system and a full camera and security system by Autonomy Aviation. Surprisingly, the plane has only been used for 436 hours and is now available for sale. The Sheikh gifted the 747 to Turkey. Unfortunately, it seems like Turkey isn't going to be the one taking joyrides in this air palace either. The plane is now being sold to the highest bidder. Pictures from the listing reveal a pristine white interior with vibrant blue-colored furniture. The same color combination is present in the dining room, where 14 blue-colored sofas adorn a dark wooden table. Interestingly, the pictures also show that the cutlery used on the plane carries the same blue and white color palette. King-sized luxury beds and large comfortable sofa seats, each with its own personal touchscreen LCD, are also available for the passengers. Much like every other royal palace we've seen so far, gold accents are prominent everywhere on this plane too. Silver sculptures with gold in the foreground and a signature gold on dark wood is a theme ever present in the design language of this jet. Prince Mohammed bin Fahd. The second son of the late King Fahd of Saudi Arabia, Prince Mohammed bin Fahd owns a customized Boeing 777 VPCAL worth almost $500 million. The prince, described as a terrific writer and an insightful political analyst by the Los Angeles Times, is a billionaire who knows how to live in style. With a net worth of over $5 billion and a lavish lifestyle, which includes being given $300 million to play with as a 14-year-old teenager, Prince Mohammed has always lived in opulence, and his over-the-top spending habits became even clearer when he spent more than $200 million customizing his jet. Even without custom accessories, the Boeing 777 is an impressive jet with a list price of around $300 million. The largest twin-jet airliner in the world, the Boeing 777 boasts a carrying capacity of 451 passengers, a range of up to 17,370 kilometers, and most importantly, a top speed of 950 kilometers per hour. Like most custom aircraft, the Prince's jet comes with private luxury suites with king-sized beds, a full-sized dining room, an office, a lounge, and a fully equipped hospital. Like most Arab royals, Prince Mohammed bin Fahd is a fan of gold himself, and the inside of his Boeing 777 has been designed to feature gold and silver accents, giving the entire plane a very elegant yet over-the-top look. The standard seats have also been replaced with luxury sofas to make sure the prince stays as comfortable as possible at all times. In recent years, the prince has had some unfortunate health scares and now requires a wheelchair to move around. Taking his health issues into account, an expert medical team is also available on board at all times. This practice isn't just for the prince's Boeing 777. Prince Mohammed bin Fahd owns an entire fleet of planes, including a Boeing 737 business jet and a Canadair Challenger. All these planes, including the Boeing 777, have been designed to be wheelchair accessible and are collectively worth over $700 million. A fun thing to note here is that the staff on Prince Mohammed bin Fahd's fleet predominantly consists of attractive Western female flight attendants, hired to keep the prince company during long and boring flights. Thank you for watching. Click on the cards showing on your screen, and I'll see you in the next one.